Okay, Hare Krishna, welcome to the session on Jagannathastakam. We have been discussing the word-to-word meaning of the 8 shlokas from Jagannathastakam written by the greatest Adi Śaṅkarācārya. It was Adi Śaṅkarācārya who was the first person to write commentary on Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra. It was Adi Śaṅkarācārya who was the first person to write commentary on Bhagavad Gita. It was Adi Śaṅkarācārya who gave us Jagannathastakam. Like that, it was Adi Śaṅkarācārya who has written Gita Mahatmya, Bhagavata Mahatmya, glorifying Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and revealing its glories to the entire world. The famous shlokas that we hear, Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamrutam Mahat. All these wonderful shlokas in the Gita Mahatmya are written by Adi Śaṅkarācārya. There is no Gita Parayana on Gita Jayanti day which happens without reciting the Gita Mahatmya first. So he has what Adi Śaṅkarācārya has given to the world is immeasurable. It is invaluable. He has done so much welfare to the mankind. He is none other than Lord Shiva himself, and the famous Bhajagovindam, the famous Krishnastakam, the famous Radhikastakam. Adi Śaṅkarācārya has written Radhikastakam, glorifying Srimati Radharani. So many wonderful things he has written. So it is a Shishta Parampara to glorify the author as we are discussing any stotram. Just like Mukundamala Stotra. How many times we take the name of Kulashekara Alvar? Almost in every class we glorify something about him. So like that, it is important to pay gratitude and recognize the contribution of Adi Śaṅkarācārya. Okay, so with that said, last week we discussed, I think we spent 2 days discussing the first shloka. Kadachit kalindi tatavipina sangeeta karavo mudhabiri nari vadana kamalasvada madhupaha. First 2 shlokas, Adi Śaṅkarācārya glorifies Krishna's Vṛndāvana Leela. Okay. So let's continue our discussion where we left off. So this was shloka number 1. Kadachit kalindi tatavipina sangeeta karavo mudhabhiri nari vadana kamala svadha madhupa Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesharchita Pado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Sometimes on the banks of Yamuna river, in the groves of Vṛndāvana, Krishna plays the enchanting music of his flute. He is the bumblebee who joyfully tastes the nectar from the lotus-like faces of the cowherd women, gopis. His lotus feet are worshipped by Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra and Ganesha. May that Lord Jagannatha, the master of the universe, become visible before my eyes. So all these prayers, Jagannathastakam, they are nothing but prayers. These prayers remind us the mood of Kulashekara Alvar in Mukundamala Stotra. Kulashekara Alvar, just like how he prayed, Avismritis tvat charanara vinde bhave bhave mestu bhavat prasadat. May I always remember you, lifetime after lifetime. By your mercy, O Mukunda, may I always remember your lotus feet. So this prayer, Jagannathastakam, is also similar prayer. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. In simple words, O Jagannatha Swami, may I always remember you. Smarana, may I always do your smarana. Okay. Now shloka number 2. Vision of the flute bearing Lord. So this theme is continuing from previous shloka. In the first shloka also, Ādi Śaṅkarācārya talks about veṇuṁ. Kadāchit kālindi vanavipina sangeeta karavo. That sangeeta is venunādam, venuganam. Shloka number 2. Bhuje savye veṇuṁ śirasi śikhi-picchaṁ kaṭi-taṭe dukūlam netrante sahachara kaṭakṣam vidhadate sada śrīmad Vṛndāvana vasati līlā paricayo Jagannathastakam nayana patagami bhavatu me. Okay, repeat after me. Bhuje savye veṇuṁ śirasi śikhi-picchaṁ kaṭi-taṭe.
Bhuje savye veṇuṁ śirasi śikhi-picchaṁ kaṭi-taṭe
dukūlam netrante sahachara kaṭakṣam vidhadate.
dukūlam netrante sahachara kaṭakṣam vidhadate
Sada śrīmad Vṛndāvana vasati līlā paricayo
sada
Śrīmad
Vṛndāvana
Vṛndāvana vasati līlā
paricayo
Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me.
Jagannatha
Jagannath
Swami
Swami
Nayana
Nayana
Patagami Bhavatu Me.
In his left hand, he holds a flute. On his head, he wears a peacock feather. And on his waist, he wears fine silk garments. From the corners of his eyes, he casts sidelong glances upon his loving companions. He is always accustomed to residing and performing pastimes in the spiritual realm of Vṛndāvana. May that Lord of the universe, Lord Jagannātha, become visible before my eyes. So these prayers are similar to Damodarashtakam prayers also. In Damodarashtakam, Satyavrata Muni, what did she pray? May that Balagopala's form, in the form of Damodara, bound by the love of Yashoda, always stay in my mind, always stay in my heart. That means these acharyas, they are describing one particular form of the Lord and they are meditating on that and saying that may this particular form stay in my heart. Now this is an instruction for all of us that we should pick a particular form that we are very interested in. Different people get attracted to different forms. The same Krishna, somebody will be attracted to Damodara form, somebody will be attracted to the cowherd boy, Gopa boy, somebody will be attracted to Dwaraka Krishna, somebody will be attracted to the Venugopala Swami form, somebody will be attracted to Radha Raman form, somebody will be attracted to
Vatapatra
Shai. Yeah, not Sai, Shai, Vatapatra Shai. Yeah. So like that, different people get attracted to, somebody will be attracted to Mukunda, the Mukunda form. So, or somebody may be attracted to Rama. Somebody may see Rama in Krishna, Krishna in Rama. So different things. Because the Lord appears in our heart in whatever form we meditate upon. Yadhyadhyata urugaya vibhavayanti tat vapu pranayashe tadanugrahaya. In whatever form we meditate, in whatever form we worship him, he will appear in our heart in that form. So here, Ādi Śaṅkarācārya is describing Krishna's form in Vṛndāvana in these two shlokas, first two shlokas, holding veṇuṁ, wearing peacock feather, and having a golden yellow cloth on his waist. Dukūlam netrante sahachara kaṭakṣam vidadhate. Dukūlam means vastram, pitambara vastram. It's not his pitambara dhoti, but it is pitambara, it's a waist cloth, a cloth that he ties around his waist. Or it can be considered as uttariyam also. Sometimes the uttariyam, people take out that uttariyam from the shoulders and then they tie it around their waist. You might have seen the pujari is doing that. So we'll discuss more details about this. Let's look at the word for word meaning. Oh, we started, right? We started the word for word meaning and just I gave some glimpses of it. Bhuje on the left hand, savye left. No, sorry, bhuje on the hand, savye left. Veṇuṁ, flute. Bhuje savye veṇuṁ. On the left hand, holding flute on the left hand. Śirasi on the head. Śikhi-picchaṁ, peacock feather. Kaṭi-taṭe on the waist. Kati means waist. Kaṭi-taṭe in the region of waist. Kaṭi-taṭe. Dukūlam netrante. Dukūlam netrante sahachara kaṭakṣam vidadate. Dukūlam, fine silk garment. Netrante, from the corners of the eyes. Vidadate, bestowing, giving. Sahachara, companions. Kaṭakṣam, sidelong glances. Sada Śrīmad Vṛndāvana vasati lila parichayo. Sada, always. Śrīmad Vṛndāvana, in the beautiful divine Vṛndāvana. Parichayo, accustomed to, characterized by. Vasati, residing. Lila, pastimes, divine play. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. May that Jagannath Swami always appear in the path of my vision. So here he is describing, Ādi Śaṅkarācārya is describing the physical features of that Vṛndāvana Krishna, that Gopal Krishna. Krishna playing a flute, Krishna holding, Krishna wearing peacock feather, having a waist cloth, all those things. And I think on this slide we discussed moving from Aishwarya Bhava to Madhurya Bhava. But before that we will discuss about what is this first word, bhuje savye veṇuṁ, means. Bhuje savye veṇuṁ. Krishna holds peacock in his left hand. So when you see, there are two meanings how to interpret that. One meaning is the main lifting of the flute, Krishna does it with left hand. And on his with his right hand he will play the flute. He will tap on the holes. I mean, in between, a flute artist, they will use the fingers from the left hand also to tap, but mostly left hand is used to hold the flute, and most of the tapping is done by the fingers of the right hand. So occasionally in between they will do with the left hand also, like this, but all the weight bearing is done by left hand. That is one meaning, how to interpret that bhuje savye veṇuṁ. Another meaning is, I'll show you another beautiful slide here. Another beautiful shloka from Bhagavatam that describes so this we discussed last week. This is related to the first shloka. Yasyananam makarakundala charukarna brajat kapola subhagam savilasahasam nityotsavam natatrupur dishibi pibantyo naryo narascha mudita kupita nimescha. Just like how the Lord was looking at the gopis and getting joy, similarly the gopis are also relishing the beauty of Krishna. So the Lord is in the eyes of the devotees and the devotees are in the eyes of the Lord. So both are connected eternally. Simply looking at Krishna, Krishna's beauty is a festival. Nityotsavam. If you look at the shloka, third line, Nityotsavam. It's an everyday festival. As you keep looking at Krishna's pictures, Krishna's deity, it's a festival. It's a festival for the mind. Manasa Mahotsavam, Nityotsavam. Now, ignore the picture, okay? The picture, the AI tool put 3 hands here. So, okay. Just imagine there are only 2 hands. Vama bahu krita vama kapolo valgita bhruradhararpita veṇuṁ komalangulibhirashritamargam gopya irayati yatra mukundaha vama bahu krita vama kapolo valgita bhruradhararpita veṇuṁ komalangulibhirashritamargam gopya irayati yatra mukundaha. Where Lord Mukunda, his left cheek placed upon his left arm with moving eyebrows, places the flute to his lips, covering the holes of his tender fingers, O gopis, and vibrates it. Okay? So now, in the context of this shloka, Vama Bahu Krita Valgita, Vama Bahu Krita Vama Kapolo, Bhaje savye veṇuṁ, Vama Bahu, Bhuje savye, both are same. Left arm, left hand, left arm. Okay, in Jagannathastakam it is Bhuje savye, and here in Bhagavatam it is Vama Bahu. The meaning of both is same only. So here, what that shloka in Bhagavatam is describing is, so most of the times we see Krishna playing flute like this, also bending his neck a little bit towards right side. This is the pose we see. But sometimes there is a special occasion where Krishna holds the flute either completely towards the right side, or at least majority of the flute coming towards the right side, towards the left side, and his left cheek goes on the left arm. And why does he do that? Most of the times he is on the right side, right? But what is that special occasion where he places his cheek on the right, on the left arm, and the flute is also almost coming towards the left? Why? Why does he do that? What is that special occasion? That is to play the flute along with Radharani. To play the flute along with Radharani. To make Radharani also participate in the flute. So Radharani also, when Krishna pushes the flute a little bit towards the left side, Radharani can also play. So that is the significant meaning of bhuje savye veṇuṁ or vāmabaho krita vāmakapolo. So now the glories of Krishna's Venu Ganam are described in Bhagavatam in many places, especially Venu Gita. There is a chapter in Bhagavatam in Dashamaskanda, Canto 10, chapter 21. Venu Gita, beautiful glorification. The Venu Gitam song sung by gopis glorifying Krishna's Venu Ganam. What kind of magic Krishna's Venu Ganam can do? Who and all it can attract? And what is the fortune of that Venu? That the Venu is always taking shelter at at Krishna's lips, or Krishna has given that position to Venu. What fortune the Venu has done? What Sukruti the Venu has done so that it got such a great fortune? Everybody glorifies gopis as Uttama Bhaktas, but the Venu, gopis are glorifying cows, gopis are glorifying Venu. The Venu Ganam of Krishna is perfectly synchronized with the sound, with the different sounds in nature, especially in Vṛndāvana. In Vṛndāvana, everything is a music. The river flow is a music, or the sound of the river flow is music. Birds chirping is a music. Trees waving by the gust of wind is a music. The cool breeze, the sound of cool breeze is a music. People walking is a music. People doing their work is a music. Gopis churning butter is a music. Kata ganam natyam gamanamapi vamshi priya. In Brahma Samhita, Brahma says this beautiful shloka where he describes how are the movements in Goloka, or even in Vrinda also. This is the beautiful shloka from Brahma Samhita. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo Bhuma Dhruma Bhumis Chinta Mani Ganamayi Toyam Amrutam Kata Ganam Natyam Gamanamapi Vamshi Priyasaki Chidhanandam Jyoti Paramamapi Tadhaswadhyamapi Cha. Kata Ganam Natyam Gamanam. Every step is a dance, every word is a song. And the lives of people in Vrindavan, they are all filled with these aspects. Kata, Krishna Kata. Ganam, Venu Ganam. Natyam, dancing with Krishna in Rasa Leela, or different types of dances, or Krishna's calling and Artana. Talking about Ganam, there is a section in Bhagavatam where Krishna and Balaram, they do Jugalbandi with music, singing Shastriya Karnataka Sangeetam. They do Jugalbandi with Carnatic music, Ganam. And that's the entertainment. When Krishna and Balaram are doing Jugalbandi, competing with each other in Carnatic music, vocal music, all the Vrajavasis, they are watching it. That's their entertainment. Natyam, Krishna is dancing either on the banks of Yamuna river, while he's playing flute, he's dancing, or he's dancing in Rasa Leela, is dancing on Kalinga, the hoods of Kalinga. Gamanam, the walking of Krishna is a dance. It's so beautiful, it's so graceful. Gamanam Maduram. Vallabhacharya writes in his famous Madhurashtakam, Adaram Maduram, Vadanam Maduram, Gamanam Maduram, Hasitam Maduram, Madhuradipate Rakilam Maduram. Everything about Krishna is Maduram. Vamshi Priyasaki. Gamanam api Vamshi Priyasaki. So Vamshi, the flute has many different names. Veṇuṁ, Vamshi. North Indians, they will say Basuri,
Murali.
Murali. Yeah, so many different names. So, here, looking at a few more shlokas from Bhagavatam, where actually, let's recite this shloka. Vama bahu krita vama kapolo
Ahukrita Vamakapolo
Valgita Bhruradhararpita Veṇuṁ
Valgita Bhuradararpita Veṇuṁ
Komalanghulivirashritamargam
Komalangulibirashritamārgam
Gopyairayati yatra mukundaha
Gopyairayati yatra mukundaha.
And as he is playing flute, he is with the movement of his eyebrows, he is creating a dancing effect. So he's dancing with the eyebrows. Natyam. Kata ganam natyam gamanam. Api vamshi priyasaki. Okay. Now there is another famous shloka about Venu, Krishna's Venu. As Krishna enters into Vṛndāvana, the gopis, this is the introduction scene of Krishna in Vṛndāvana. When Krishna is entering, the Gopa boys are singing. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So in the introduction scene of our hero, Krishna, the Gopa boys are singing this song. Barha Pidam Natavaravapu Karnayor Karnikaram Bhibradvasa Kanakakapisham Vaijayantincha Malam Randran Venuradara Sudaya Purayan Gopa Vrindair Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. Wearing a peacock feather ornament, the body of the best of dancers, Natavaravapu, a karnika flower on his ears, garments of gold and yellow, and the Vaijayanti garland, filling the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, accompanied by the cowherd boys, he entered the forest of Vṛndāvana, which is beautified by his footprints, with his glories being sung. This is how Krishna enters Vrindavan, playing the flute, wearing a Vaijayanti mala, wearing a peacock feather, gracefully walking. The walking itself looks like a dance, as if he's dancing to his own veṇuṁ. He's not dancing actually, but his gamanam itself is like a natyam. And it appears he is doing that natyam for his ganam, for his own ganam. So this is the main identity of Krishna. Venu is the main identity of Krishna, and that is what is glorified by Adi Śaṅkarācārya in the first two shlokas. Kadachit kalindi vana vipina tata sanghita karavo. He is doing that ganam, Venu ganam, music with his flute. Bhuje savye veṇuṁ. Bhuje savye veṇuṁ. What is the sloka?
śirasi śikhi-piccham.
bhuje savye veṇuṁ śirasi
You all forgot already? Bhuje savye veṇuṁ śirasi śikhi-picchaṁ kaṭi-taṭe. Yeah. So two things are described. Śirasi śikhi-picchaṁ, bhuje savye veṇuṁ. Kaṭi-taṭe is actually for the next description. Kaṭi-taṭe dukūlam. We'll come to there. We'll come to that section later. So this is the meaning of that shloka, Barha-pīdam shloka. This Barha-pīdam shloka is very famous. Out of the 18,000 shlokas of Bhagavatam, this Barha-pīdam shloka occupies the top 10 list. It comes in the top 10 most important shlokas of Bhagavatam. When Shukadeva Goswami, who is the son of Vyasadeva, when he was born, in fact, he was not ready to come out of his mother's womb, because he thought he will get entangled in the material world if he comes out. So he doesn't want to come out. Then with Krishna's intervention, he comes out. But as soon as he comes out, he starts running away. That I don't want to stay in this family life. I don't want to get entangled. I don't want to sing the verse. What is that verse in Mukundamala Stotra? About Dara. What is that shloka, Sarita? Nato ye madana pavano dutamo hormimale Dara varte tanaya sahaja graha sangha kulecha Samsarakye mahati jaladau majjatam nastridaman Padhamboje varada bhavato bhaktinavam prayacha. So Sukadeva Goswami thought, no, I don't want to sing this verse from Mukundamala Stotra because it talks about a wife being a whirlpool, the children being the crocodiles, or all the description, that beautiful description. So I don't want to sing that verse. So that's why he runs away. And Vyasadeva starts calling, Putra, Putra, oh son, please come back, please come back. But Sukadeva Goswami is still running fast. And then even the trees are also echoing, Putra, Putra, they're also calling. But no, he doesn't come. And finally, Vyasadeva uses this astram, this Brahmastram. He sings this shloka. Barha-pīdam natavara-vapu karnayor karnikaram Vibhradvāsa-kanaka-kapīṣam Vaijayantīṃ malam Randrān Venūradara-sudaya Pūrayan Gopa-vrindai Vṛndāranyam Swapada-ramanam Pravishad Gīta-kirtihi. So as soon as Vyasadeva sings this shloka, Shukadeva Goswami turns around and immediately comes running. So this is the power of that shloka. Krishna's beautiful form described with karnika flowers, Vaijayanti mala, barha peedam, veṇuṁ, and graceful dance. So who will not be attracted to such description? So that Shukadeva Goswami, who was about to run away from this material world, from this material entanglement, he came back. So, and he thought, okay, I can stay in the material world and not be entangled by speaking Bhagavatam. By speaking Krishna Katha, I can make sure that I will not be entangled in the family life or this prapanchika sangha. Okay, now let's sing this shloka. Barha peedam natavaravapu karnayo karnikaram.
Barhapīdam natavarapu karnayo karnikaram
Vibradvasa kanakakapisham vaijayantim chamalam.
Bipradvasa kanakapisham
Kanakapisham
Vaiṣṇava
Jayantim
Randran venuradara sudaya purayan gopavrindair.
Randran Venuradhara Sudhaya Purayan Gopavrindair
Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishadgita kirtihi.
Vrindaranyam
Aranyam
Swapadaramanam
Swapadaramanam
Avishad Gita Kirtihi.
What is our zero shloka in Mukundamala Stotra? Does it also have flute?
Flute ఏం లేదు కదండి
Flute
దాంట్లో.
లేదు కదా అందులో, only Gopa boy dress.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
One sloka Prabhuji, that is, I don't know, from Padma Purana, I don't know. One Prabhuji came long back. He said for flute, fortune of flute. Saudam Dama Mukambujam, something.
Yeah. Correct.
That description is very nice. How the flute is very fortunate, having in Krishna. And,
How the flute got a home to stay, and a bed to sleep.
Sleep.
And
for drinking, his lip nectar.
Yeah.
And for pillows, fingers. Fingers are pillows for flute.
Yes.
And something description. Yeah.
And so when you are sleeping, like when Sriman Narayana is sleeping, Lakshmi Devi is massaging the feet, right? So now when Venu is sleeping, somebody has to massage the feet, right? So Krishna's fingers are massaging the feet of the flute.
Yeah.
Anguli.
Yeah.
Anguli is a female gender. Okay? The fingers, the Sanskrit word Anguli is a female gender, Strilinga. So that means these ladies are massaging the feet of the flute. So that's a beautiful description. The flute got everything. It got so fortunate that it got a home to stay, it got a bed to sleep on, it got the nice drink to drink, and nice massage of Krishna's fingers, by Krishna's fingers directly.
Yeah, I got the translation, Prabhuji. Can I read?
Yes, read.
O Murali, flute. For your residence, you have lotus-like face of Krishna. For you drinking, you have his lip nectar, and his lower lip is your resting bed. His soft thumbs are your raised pillows, and various fingers are, that means ladies are engaged in pressing your feet. What greater happiness can be there? Alas, O flute, despite all these comforts, why don't you ever go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Krishna is playing the flute, where is the chance to go to sleep?
Sleep.
Yeah. So very beautiful. Just like how the gopis were glorifying Krishna's veṇuṁ. Here in this shloka, gopis are glorifying the cows, but in connection with Venu. Gavascha Krishna Mukanergata Venu Gita Piyushamuttabhita Karna Putai Pibhantya Shavasnutastanapaya Kavalasmatastur Govindamatmani Drusha Shrukala Sprushantya. So what are they saying here? The cows, they are making cups out of their upraised ears. You know, normally the ears of the cows, they are pointing downwards. But as soon as Krishna plays flute, to hear that nectarian music of Krishna's Venu, the cows, they uplift their ears and make it like a cup. And then with that cup, they drink the nectar of Venuganam. Now, why are they uplifting their ears? So that they don't want to drop even, they don't want to waste, they don't want to leak even one drop of Krishna's Venuganam. The nectar of Krishna's Venuganam, they don't want to drop even one single thing. The gopis are glorifying the cows. That even the calves, the newborn calves are also attracted to Krishna's Venuganam. Shava Snutas Tanapaya Kavala Shava Snutas Tanapaya Kavala Smatastur. Shava means the calf. So the calves, they are drinking milk from their mother, but as soon as they hear Krishna's Venuganam, they stop drinking that milk, and then they even forget to swallow that milk, and that milk is dripping down, doing Abhishekam to Bhumata. And they are immersed in, they're completely absorbed in hearing Krishna's Venuganam. So Krishna's flute can attract human beings, it can attract animals, it can attract rivers, it can attract birds, it can attract trees, it can attract mountains, it can attract Yamuna river, it can attract everything. Okay. Now looking at this position of the cows, how much the cows are relishing Krishna's Venuganam, the gopis are thinking that we being ladies in the society, if we come out whenever Krishna plays flute, the society will think differently. But how fortunate are these cows and calves that they can hear Krishna's Venuganam anytime. They are not obligated, they are not bound by the society regulations, rules and regulations. We pray that in the next life we should be born as these cows. So that is the mood of gopis. They are glorifying the cows and Venuganam in one shloka. Krishna's flute affects entirety of Vṛndāvana. It stops the flowing rivers, makes the birds dance, and causes the trees to bow down in devotion. So whenever you see, as you are walking in the streets, as you are driving, whenever you see any tree bending like this, we'll see, right? Some trees, they are heavy and then the branches are bending down. So whenever you see something like that, you remember this shloka, you remember about Krishna's Venuganam. That, oh, maybe this tree is actually hearing Krishna's Venuganam, and this is what is described in Bhagavatam. That how the trees in Vrindavan are bending, paying obeisances, paying pranam to Krishna's Venuganam. We heard about offering pranama to Krishna Katha. We heard about offering pranama to Krishna Bhagavan. We heard about offering pranam to acharyas, gurus. We heard about offering pranam to elderly people. Now here we are seeing how the trees are offering pranam to Krishna's Venuganam. How beautiful this is. And the peacocks, they are expressing their joy by dancing with fully opened peacock feathers. They are expressing their joy of hearing Krishna's Venuganam. In fact, when the peacocks are dancing to the music of Krishna's Venuganam, Krishna felt so happy looking at these peacocks dancing to his flute. And after the Venuganam, and looks like Krishna continued playing Venuganam whole night like that. Looking at the enthusiasm of these peacocks, he continued playing the flute whole night. And the peacocks also continued playing dance and continued dancing. And in the end, when Krishna stopped the Venuganam, the head of the peacocks plucked a few peacock feathers from the body and offered to Krishna as a gift. Oh, you are a Natavara Vapu. You have the body which is better than the best of the dancers. The best dancers are found in Svargaloka. But Krishna is described as Natavara Vapu. He has a body that is like the better than the best of the dancers. So the peacock and Krishna was also dancing actually. As the peacocks were dancing, Krishna was also dancing. While playing flute, he was dancing. Ganam and Natyam both. And peacock is known for dance with fully blown peacock feathers. Peacock is well known for dance. That's why whenever somebody has to describe any dancer, lady dancer, they use the adjective Mayura or Mayuri. Mayuri means that lady dances just like peacock. But these best of the dancers, peacocks, they were so impressed looking at the dance of Krishna dancing to his own flute. So while everybody is attracted to Krishna's flute, now this episode describes where Krishna himself is attracted to his own flute music. That he was dancing, looking at the enthusiasm of the peacocks, and the peacock head, the head of that group, he gave some peacock feathers to Krishna as a gift, and from that day onwards, Krishna started wearing peacock feather. That is one of the reasons why Krishna wears peacock feathers. Now, with all these things, what is Krishna doing? Krishna is giving joy to our senses. With his Venuganam, he is giving joy to our ears. With his dancing, with his beautiful form, he is giving joy to our eyes. Okay, so now there are our slides. Okay, so let's discuss a few more points from this shloka. So bhuje, savye, veṇuṁ. Now, is this clear to everybody about Krishna, about the glories of Venu and about bhuje, savye? No? Next,
Krishna.
śirasi, śikhi-picchaṁ. Śirasi, śikhi-picchaṁ. That was already covered in the shlokas that we discussed about the flute. That baraha pīdam natavara vapu. The first word in that shloka is peacock feather. Baraha pīdam. And we also discussed one episode why Krishna wears peacock feather. As a token of appreciation, when the head of the peacock group offered peacocks as a gift, Krishna started wearing that. Bhuje savye veṇuṁ śirasi śikhi-picchaṁ. Next one, kaṭi-taṭe dukūlam. Kaṭi-taṭe dukūlam. Dukūlam is the cloth, yellow silk cloth or golden yellow actually. It is not just a yellow, but golden yellow. Krishna is wearing a golden yellow cloth around his waist. Why? What is the significance of that yellow cloth or the waist cloth? Kamarpatti. Okay, in Hindi they say Kamarpatti. Is that right, Ankita?
Kamar peti, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we say.
Yeah. So Krishna uses that for multiple reasons. And the elaborative description of that Kamarpatti or waistband, that kaṭi-taṭe dukūlam, is given in Kalinga Mardhana Leela or Kalinga Narthana Leela. When Kaliya was polluting Yamuna river with his poison, killing the cows and everybody, Krishna, we discussed that episode, right? Little bit. So Krishna was standing on that Kadamba tree on the banks of Yamuna river. Krishna stood on the Kadamba tree, and then when at an appropriate time, Krishna jumped onto the hoods of Kaliya. So during that time, elaborative description of this waist cloth, the Kamarpatti, was given in Bhagavatam. So what Krishna does is, when he was standing on the Kadamba tree and as he was about to jump onto the hoods of Kaliya, he just taps on his shoulders. Just like how in the wrestling match or in Malla Yuddham that you see in villages, people, when they are ready to fight, what do? They just tap their shoulders, indicating that, okay, now I am ready. That they're showing their strength basically. By tapping the shoulder, they are indicating that, okay, I'm so powerful, I'm ready with my strength, I'm ready to fight with you.
Basti mein sawal.
Basti mein sawal, yes. Or sometimes they do just one hand like this, okay? So Krishna did exactly like that. He tapped on his shoulders, and then he tightened his Kamarpatti. He tightened his Kamarpatti and then jumped on the hoods of Kaliya. He did two things: tightened the kamarpatti and then put his flute in the kamarpatti. So when you tighten it and put anything, in your kamarpatti, it can stay there. It can stay tight. So that is another reason why Krishna uses kamarpatti, so that when he is not playing flute, he can put the flute in that kamarpatti. He can tuck that kamarpatti. He can tuck that flute in the kamarpatti like a pocket.
In Hindi, we also say a saying like "kamar kas liya." Matlab, kamar kas
Correct.
liya.
Yes.
Matlab, we are determined now. Now we will show. Now I'm ready. Like we are pulling our socks up now, like that.
Yeah. In Telugu also we have some word. Sarita, entadi?
నడుం బిగించారు.
నడుం బిగించారు. Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
మేము ఎక్కువ సార్లు బిగిస్తుంటాం లేడీస్.
యా, ముఖ్యమైన పనులు ఉంటాయి కదా హస్బెండ్స్ తోటి.
అప్పుడు నడుం బిగిస్తాం.
అప్పుడు నడుం బిగించి, అంటే నడుం బిగిస్తే చాలా, అంతే. ఏమి అనక్కర్లేదు, ఏమి చేయక్కర్లేదు. కుస్తీ మల్ల యుద్ధానికి రెడీ అని అర్థమవుతుంది అవతల వాళ్ళకి.
ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది ప్రభుజీ?
ఇది ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది? ఇది కృష్ణుడి నుంచి వచ్చింది. సమర్థించుకుంటున్నారనమాట.
I have actually seen lot of Malyuddha and all.
You have seen?
Yes, in my childhood.
Yeah, at least in the movies, in the TV, we have seen. If not in real, we have seen this. And there is an episode in Bhagavatam where Mushtika Chanura Yuddham, Krishna Balaram doing Malla Yuddham with two demons, Mushtika and Chanura. Mushtika Chanura Malla Malla Visharada Madhusudana Kalinga Nartana Gokula Rakshana Sakala Sulakshana Deva. That beautiful Swagatam Krishna song.
అంటే కోలై పీడనానికి ముందా అది మల్ల యుద్ధం?
కోలై పీడకన ముందు. సో ఆ మల్ల యుద్ధం అప్పుడు కూడా ఎవరెవరు ఎలా చూస్తున్నారు ఆ మల్ల యుద్ధాన్ని, గోపికలు ఎలా చూస్తున్నారు, పెద్ద వయసులో ఉన్న తల్లిదండ్రుల వయసులో ఉన్న బృందావన వాసులు ఎలా చూస్తున్నారు, కృష్ణ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎలా చూస్తున్నారు, అట్లా రకరకాల వాళ్ళు ఆ ఒకే దృశ్యాన్ని రకరకాల వాళ్ళు ఎలా చూస్తున్నారు అనేది బ్యూటిఫుల్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఉంది అక్కడ ఒకటి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ kaṭi-taṭe dukūlam netrante. Kaṭi-taṭe dukūlam. So Krishna puts that waist cloth. And why yellow cloth only? Why yellow pitambaram and why yellow waist cloth? Why yellow kamarpatti? Because Krishna Radharani is a yellow color, golden complexion, yellow color. So to remember Radharani, Krishna wears yellow garments, which is actually the color of the bodily complexion of Radharani. And Radharani wears Neelambaram, which is the color of Krishna's bodily complexion. Neelambaradharo Radha Pitambaradharo Harihi Jivane Nadane Nityam Radha Krishna Gatir Mama. Yeah, we discussed this in the Sunday class, right? In the Bhagavad Gita class. Yugalashtakam, yeah. So, Neelambaradharo Radha, Pitambaradharo Harihi. Okay. Now, Netrante Sahachara Kataksham. Netrante
One question, Prabhuji. Akshara was asking in those days how they made that yellow color, blue color and all. So now they have dyes and all, right? So how it was made those days.
How the yellow color was made. Yeah, during those days also there were natural organic
Colors.
colors. Yeah,
Mm.
like see, if you come to our holy festival, right?
Yes.
The color powder that we get, it's actually made from vegetables. The
Okay, vegetable
vegetables are
leaven.
dried. Vegetables are dried, and then that is made into powder.
And also from the branches of some trees.
Correct. Branches of trees also.
We have all technology, but we forgot those.
Yeah.
And now we're using them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Netrante sahachara kataksham vidadate. That whole line is next one. Netrante. Netra plus anta. Netra is eyes, anta is the edge. Netrante. Sahachara, companions, the Gopa boys. Kataksham, sidelong glances, means anugraham. Kataksham means anugraham, his blessings, his mercy. Vidadate, bestowing, giving. Netrante, sahachara kataksham vidadate. So the sidelong glance is very important. More than the straight vision, the sidelong glance is more important. Radharani Kataksham. There is a famous shloka, famous stotram written by Ādi Śaṅkarācārya called Radhika Kataksha Stotram. Radhika Kataksha Stotram. How Radharani shows Kataksham on his devotees, on her devotees. Radha Kataksha, not Radhika, I think Radha Kataksha Stotram. Yeah, Radhikashtakam, and then there is Radha Kataksha Stotram. And between Krishna and Radharani also this Kataksham happens. This sidelong glances happens in a romantic way. So, I mean, those of you who experienced the sidelong glances in your college days, you know, you know the importance, you know the glories, you know the beauty, you know the sweetness of these sidelong glances, Kataksham. That one single, you know, it's not even a full look, right? It is a partial look. From the side of your eyes, it's a partial look, and that conveys a lot of meaning. So, and here Krishna is showering his mercy, his kataksham, anugraham to the devotees. Netrante sahachara with kataksham vidadate. Sada Srimad Vṛndāvana vasati leela parichayo. Now this is the most important thing in this entire shloka. Sada Srimad Vṛndāvana vasati. Krishna always stays in Vrindavan. Krishna never, actually more than saying Krishna always stays in Vrindavan, it is appropriate to say that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. The Shastras, they say that Narayana leaves Vaikunta. Shri Vaikunta Virattaya Swami Pushkarini-taṭe Ramaya Ramamanaya Venkateshaya Mangalam. That Narayana, Sriman Narayana, Shri Vaikunta Virattaya, he was vexed up. He got virakti with Vaikunta. He developed virakti with Vaikunta. He left Vaikunta and came to Bhuloka. He came to Tirumala Kshetra and started staying near Pushkarini. So Shastras describe that Ramachandra leaves Ayodhya, Sriman Narayana leaves Vaikunta. But Shastra never says Krishna left Vrindavan. our Shastra says Krishna always stays in Vrindavan. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. But what is this? We have seen Krishna has left Vrindavan and stayed away from Vrindavan for 100 years. Now, how do we reconcile these 2 points? In one section of the Shastra, it is saying Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. And in another section it is saying Krishna left Vrindavan for 100 years. And all the Vrajavasis, they felt longing separation from Krishna. So to understand this, we need to see a double action movie of Krishna, a dual role movie of Krishna, Vipatrabhinayam of Krishna. So let's discuss that for a few minutes and then we'll end with that. So and there is a speciality of this Vipatrabhinayam of Krishna. It is unlike the Vipatrabhinayam that we see in the movies. In movies, we'll see, two different people. They look like the same hero, right? But here, this is very special. This is completely different. It is Vipatrabhinayam, but completely different. We'll see what it is. When Vasudeva Krishna was born in the prison house of Mathura, at the same time, Yashodamma in Vrindavan also delivered a baby boy and also a baby girl. And Vasudeva carries the Bala Gopal crossing Yamuna river in the middle of the night amidst thundering storms, lightning and thundering storms. He brings Bala Gopal to Vrindavan and places it next to Yashodamma. And Vasudeva takes the baby girl and goes back to Mathura. So when Vasudeva placed that Vasudeva Krishna next to Yashodamma, he did not notice that Yashodamma gave birth to another boy also. So Vrindavan Krishna was also born at that time. Yashodamma gave birth to a boy and girl. So that boy is Vrindavan Krishna. But because our Vrindavan Krishna is so dark in color, Tamala Varnam, Tribhuvana Kamanam, Tamala Varnam, Ravikara Gora Varamnam. So he is dark in complexion. So it was completely dark that time. So Vasudeva did not notice that Vrindavan Krishna. And then he placed Vasudeva Krishna next to Yashodamma and he left, taking the baby girl away. And then this Vasudeva Krishna, he got so attracted, so mesmerized looking at the beauty of Vrindavan Krishna. And he kept on moving inch by inch closer to Vrindavan Krishna. So both, just imagine, both Krishnas are next to each other like this. So Vasudeva Krishna, looking at the beauty of Vrindavan Krishna, slowly started moving towards Vrindavan Krishna. And he came so close that after a point, he completely merged with the body of Vrindavan Krishna. Now when we hear this description, how is this possible? If, if I have two children, they both are, sitting or lying down next to each other, and then they both keep moving closer to each other. How can they merge? How can their bodies merge and become one person? Is it possible? So our logical reasoning mind will come up with these questions. So put your logical reasoning mind in a bank locker and then just listen to this with the heart. Now this is Bhagavan. Bhagavan can do anything. when he can manifest a beautiful, gigantic, big mango tree from a small mango seed. Why can't they do this? Why can't Bhagavan himself, do this? Go and merge with another Krishna. So that is what happened. So Vasudeva Krishna got merged with the body of Vṛndāvana Krishna. And then as Krishna started growing up, different demons, they attack on Krishna. And that time, it is actually the Vasudeva Krishna from within the body of Vṛndāvana Krishna who fights with the demons. And this Vṛndāvana Krishna, he is like a typical Vraja Gopa boy. He is fearful of thunder. He is fearful of Yashodhamma. He is just like an ordinary boy. But that Vasudeva Krishna, he is with that Narayana Tattvam, and he is the one who fights with all the demons. And as time went by, when it was the time when Kamsa sent his Duta called Akrura to Vrindavan to bring Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. When Akrura takes Krishna on the chariot, we see that shloka in Govinda Damodara Stotram that we recite almost every day, right? Akrura masadhya. That shloka starts with that line, Akrura masadhya. And there is another shloka, Kamsasya dhuta. Shloka starts with that line, Kamsasya dhuta.
Yadaivanito.
Kamsasya dhuta yadaivaneto.
Vṛndāvanam tat vasudeva sunu.
Yeah. Third line.
Ruroda gopi bhavanasya madhye Govinda Damodar
Madhaveti. Yeah, Ruroda. The gopis were crying, seeing Akrura taking Krishna on the chariot away from Vrindavan to Mathura. And Krishna said only one thing to gopis, or to everybody in Vrindavan, that I will come back, I will return. That's why they could not step out of Vrindavan. They did not go along with the chariot. Somebody may ask, oh, they can also go along with the chariot. Who is stopping? But Krishna said, I will return. Now when Akrura takes Krishna, it is actually that Vasudeva Krishna who left, and that Vrindavan Krishna stayed back in Vrindavan in Avyakta Rupa. In Avyakta Rupa, that Vrindavan Krishna always stayed in Vrindavan. And Acharyas describe, he gives darshan to Radharani sometimes. And Radharani forgets that. For some time Radharani sees Krishna, and there is some conversation or some activity that happens, and the Radharani forgets that. Just like Yashodhamma sees all the Brahmandas in Krishna's mouth, but Yashodhamma forgets. Like that Vrindavan Krishna who stayed back in Avyakta Rupa. So sometimes he becomes Vyakta, he becomes manifested, and he plays some Leela with Radharani, and the Radharani forgets that he actually spent time with Krishna. So that is why the Shastra always says Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. So that is this shloka here. This third line of Jagannathastakam. Sada Shrimad Vṛndāvana Vasati Leela Parichayo. Krishna is always described, identified by performing his sweet pastimes. Parichayo means characterized by, identified by, recognized by. That's his identity. The Venu is his identity. Śikhi-picchaṁ is his identity. Dukūla netram, dukūla kaṭi-taṭe is his identity. Pitambaram is his identity. Karnayor karnikaram, wearing forest flowers on his ears. Vaijayanti mala. These are his identities. Leela parichayo. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Now talking about this Smarana. So I'll describe this in 2-3 minutes and we'll end. Talking about Smarana in connection with Krishna leaving Vṛndāvana. Now when Krishna left Vṛndāvana, that is the time, when we say Krishna left Vṛndāvana, he actually left or he did not leave, both. It is yes and no. Vasudeva Krishna left and Vṛndāvana Krishna stayed back in Avyakta Rupa. So the Vrajavasis, for those 100 years of separation from Krishna, they remembered Krishna so intensely that it feels like they're actually with Krishna. When you are missing somebody or when you are remembering somebody intensely when they are away from you, you are actually thinking more about them when they are with you. So with that intense feeling of Smarana, it is as good as you are actually with that person. Now there is an episode where Radharani, she was feeling separation from Krishna. Pangs of separation. Pangs means like a snake bite. Just like how snake, when the snake bites, let's say on the hand, it's like piercing a needle into the skin. It is so painful. So like that, Radharani was feeling the pangs of separation all over her body. Intense feeling of separation. And she could not tolerate. So she asked a gopi, give me poison. I want to end my life. I cannot bear this separation. Give me poison. Then the gopi said, O Radhe, even if you drink poison, you cannot end your life. Because your body is filled with so much of Amrit that no matter how much amount of poison you drink will not do anything to you. Radharani asked the gopi, oh, Amrit? When did I drink Amrit? I never drank Amrit. The gopi gave a long list of Amrit. Okay, maybe you forgot, I will remind you. You drank the nectar of Krishna's Venugana. You drank the nectar of Krishna Katha. You drank the nectar of Krishna Adaramrita. You drank the nectar of the gopis, Gopi Gita. You drank the nectar of all these things. And your body is every paramanu of your body is filled with this nectar. There is so much nectar overflowing that no matter how much amount of poison you drink will not do anything to you. So that's not an option. Then Radharani said, okay, take me and throw me into the fire. Then the gopi says, no amount of fire, even if I take you into a forest fire, even if I take you to Southern California in Los Angeles and put you in the forest fire there, that cannot do anything to you. Radharani says, why? The forest fire is so heavy, it is a dava nala. It can burn anybody, it can burn the entire forest, it can burn the entire town also. It can burn mountains also. Why can't the forest fire burn me, burn my body? Then the gopi says, the heat of your separation from Krishna is so hotter, so intense than the forest fire. That when you go near the forest fire will sing a song. Chandanam Chandra Sheetale. Oh, this is such a cooling, soothing effect. So that will not help. Okay, fine. Then Radharani says, okay, take me and tie me around Tamala tree. The gopi asks, why Tamala tree? Radharani says, Tamala tree is in the black color, same complexion as Krishna's bodily complexion. So when I am tied around the Tamala tree, and and if I stay away from food, water, and everything, I can do a hunger strike, and I can die like this. I can end my life like this. And if somebody sees my body also, then they will think that I am a Tamala tree. But Radharani puts one condition. No, Gopi says, when Radharani says, okay, take me to Tamala tree and tie me around Tamala tree, bind me around Tamala tree. One Gopi, she gives a warning, saying that, hey Radhe, out of all the options that you have given, poison, fire, and all these things, looks like binding you around Tamala tree may be a workable solution. It may work. Sukanya, ఏమన్నా అన్నారు మీరు?
ప్రభుజీ తమాలా ట్రీ అంటే?
తమాలా ట్రీ అంటే బ్లాక్ కలర్ లో ఉంటుంది. అది మనకి ఈ టౌన్లలో కనపడదు అంత, కానీ బృందావనంలో చూడొచ్చు మీరు వెళ్తే. యా, అంటే ఏం లేదు, చూడడానికి మనకి మామూలుగా ఈ జామ చెట్టు ఎలా ఉంటుందో అలాగా. అంటే ఆ మొదళ్ళు కొంచెం హెవీగా ఉంటాయి, ఆ ట్రంక్ కొంచెం లావుగా హెవీగా ఉంటుంది. సో కొంచెం డార్క్ కలర్ లో ఆ ట్రంక్, ఆ చెట్టు, అదంతా బ్రాంచ్, అది చెట్టు మొదళ్ళు అదంతా కొంచెం డార్క్ కలర్ లో ఉంటుంది. అది తమాల వృక్షం అనమాట, బృందావనంలో ఉంటది. సో
ఇంకొకటి, నంద మహారాజుకి మరి తెలియదా ఒక బేబీను ఒక బాబు పుట్టారని? అప్పుడు
ఈ లోపే అంటే
ప్రాసెస్ అయిపోయింది.
ఈ ప్రాసెస్ లో కృష్ణ వచ్చి, వసుదేవ కృష్ణ వచ్చి ఈ వృందావన కృష్ణలో మర్జ్ అయిపోయాడు. దానికన్నా ముందు కూడా ఇట్లా బేబీ గర్ల్, బేబీ బాయ్ పుట్టింది అనేది ఇంకా తెలీదు. ఆ న్యూస్ ఇంకా నంద మహారాజ్కి ఇంకా అందలేదు. అందే లోపే వసుదేవ్ వచ్చి మార్చారనమాట.
ఓకే, మనకి మూవీస్ లో ఏంటంటే నంద మహారాజే వసుదేవుడికి ఇచ్చినట్లు చూపిస్తారు కదా.
కాదు, వసుదేవుడు వచ్చి, జీవ గోస్వామి రాస్తారు ఇది గోపాల చంపు అనే పుస్తకంలో, వసుదేవుడే వచ్చి అక్కడ కృష్ణ నుంచి, వసుదేవ కృష్ణ నుంచి పాపం తీసుకొని వెళ్తారు.
యశోదకే తెలియదు ఇద్దరు పుట్టారని.
యశోదకే తెలియదు, కరెక్ట్, యశోదకే తెలియదు జన్మనిచ్చిన
యశోద అంటే కొంచెం వాళ్ళు డెలివరీ అయిన తర్వాత కొంచెం మైకంలో అలా ఉంటారు కదా, కానీ ఫస్ట్ ఫాదర్ కి చెప్తారు కదా డెలివరీ చేసిన వాళ్ళు వచ్చి.
ఇంకా ఆ లోపే జరిగింది అంతా, న్యూస్ వెళ్ళే లోపే జరిగింది ఇదంతా. ఆ రోజుల్లో ఏంటంటే
ఇదంతా గాడ్స్ ప్లాన్.
ఆ రోజుల్లో హస్బెండ్స్ బయట తిరుగుతూ విష్ణు సహస్రనామ స్తోత్రం చదువుతుంటారు డెలివరీ అయ్యే టైంలో. నారాయణ స్తోత్రం, నారాయణ కవచం. నందబాబాకి కులదేవత ఎవరంటే నారాయణుడు. సో అలాగా ఆ నారాయణ స్తోత్రమో నారాయణ కవచమో విష్ణు సహస్రనామ స్తోత్రమో ఏదో ఒకటి చదువుతూ ఉంటారు ఆయన. ఆ న్యూస్ తర్వాత వెళ్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు సినిమాలో చూపించినట్టుగా మనకి ఆ డెలివరీ అవగానే వచ్చేసి కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్ ఇట్స్ ఎ బాయ్ అనే టైప్లో అంత ఫాస్ట్గా ఉంటుంది అక్కడ. సో ఈలోపే వసుదేవ వచ్చి అక్కడ మార్చేస్తారు అనమాట. ఓకే, సో So when coming back to Radharani and Tamala tree, the gopi says, okay, O Radhe, among all the options that you have given, I think this solution is workable. I will tie you around Tamala tree, you do hunger strike, Nirahara Diksha, and then in few days you will leave the body. I think this is fine. Even I also agree with you. Not so much pain and let's do this. But the gopi gives a warning to Radharani. But there is a thing that you need to know. There are crows and owls, gabbilalu, pakshulu, gabbilalu. There are crows and owls on the tree. That when I tie you around this Tamala tree, those birds and owls will come and make holes in your body and they will eat you up. Radharani says, yes, that is what I want, right? Anyway, I want to end my life. What is the problem if they come and eat my flesh? If they make holes into my body and eat my flesh, what is the problem? Then finally, Radharani says something very beautiful. And we will end with this. Radharani says, Radharani tells to this gopi that, oh gopi, but can you please tell that bird, can you please tell those owls that they can pierce into my body in any part, they can make holes in any part of my body, they can eat flesh from anywhere from my body, but except eyes. Tell those birds and owls, don't touch my eyes. Because when my Krishna comes back, with these eyes I want to see my Krishna. I still have a hope that my Krishna will come back. So with these eyes I want to see that Krishna. So this is the meaning of Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. May that Krishna Jagannatha always appear in the path of my vision. May he always be in my smarana. May he always give darshan in front of my eyes. So how intensely, how beautifully Radharani expressed. I mean, all this description is like poetic description Acharyas describe, right? It doesn't literally mean that Radharani wants to end her life. If she ends her life, how is she going to see Krishna when he comes back? But this is the intense. If the Acharyas write in one sentence that Radharani developed intense feeling of separation for Krishna, what will we understand? We will not understand anything. But if Acharyas give a description of a Chataka bird, the Chataka bird does not drink water from Ganga. Chataka bird does not drink Bisleri water. Chataka bird does not drink Fiji water. Chataka bird does not drink mango juice. Chataka bird does not drink Ganga water, anything. It only waits for 6 months until the first raindrop comes in Swati Nakshatra. When Acharyas give a description like that, then we can understand the mood of the scene, the mood of intense separation of a devotee from Krishna. So like that, Radharani literally did not ask the gopis to do like that, or maybe she did, and anyway the gopis will not do that, right? That's why they are giving all these excuses, condition. They are putting conditions to escape from that. But maybe in real conversations, Radharani might have told also like this.
Same description. Brahmati Bhavana Garbhe.
Correct. Yeah, Brahmati Bhavana Garbhe.
Nirnimittam hasanti.
So she was wandering around in the palace and she was smiling, laughing without any reason. And she was rolling on the floor like a mad person. So all these things show the mood of separation from Krishna. Because Radha-yatra, why are we discussing about separation in connection with Smarana and about these first two shlokas? Because Radha-yatra is all about how much Krishna is missing Madhurya Bhava by staying in Jagannatha Rupam, Jagannatha form, and being worshipped in Aishwarya Bhava. So the effort of devotees dragging the Jagannatha Ratham from Jagannath Puri to Gundicha is an effort to take Krishna from Mathura, Dwaraka, from Aishwarya Bhava to Madhurya Bhava in Vṛndāvana. That means returning back home to Vṛndāvana. Krishna has left Vṛndāvana and went to Dwaraka and Mathura. Now devotees are dragging him to give peace and happiness to Vṛndāvana people, to give joy to Krishna by making him participate in Vṛndāvana Leela again. So this Ratha-yatra is actually a bridge that fills the gap between Aishwarya Bhava and Madhurya Bhava. So with that, we completed the first two shlokas successfully. Tomorrow we'll discuss shloka number 3.
Prabhuji, somewhere in Harivamsa Purana, it is written like that Radharani and ఆవిడ చెలికత్తులు యమునా నదిలో దూకేశారని, యమునా సూర్యుడు వచ్చి తన సూర్యలోకంలో ఉంచుకుని ఆ తర్వాత ఈ మధురలోనే ఈ బృందావనాన్ని క్రియేట్ చేశారని ఉంటది సమ్వేర్.
నేను వెళ్ళలేదు ఎప్పుడు. హరివంశ పురాణ వేరే ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ విన్నాను కానీ దాంట్లోంచి ఈ ఇన్సిడెంట్ వినలేదు మరి నేను.
అక్కడ కలుసుకుంటారు మళ్ళీ.
రకరకాల ఆచార్యులు రకరకాలుగా ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేశారు. ఒక్కొక్క పురాణంలో ఒక్కొక్క ఆచార్యులు రాసిన రచనల్లో డిఫరెంట్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఉంటాయి మనకి. ఇది చదవలేను, హరివంశ పురాణంలో ఇది చదవలేదు నేను.
హరివంశ పురాణం ఇంకోటి వేరే బుక్ ఉంది రాధారాణి మీద, ఆ రెండు కలిపి చెప్తారనమాట.
బ్రహ్మ వైవర్త పురాణం
రెండు కలిపి చెప్తారు. అందులో రాధారాణి గురించి ఏమైంది తర్వాత రాధారాణి అనేది చెప్తారు అక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చెప్తారు ఇప్పుడు ఇందాక మీరు ఆ రెండు మెర్జ్ అయిపోయినారు, అది మనం మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్ లో అదొక మల్టిపుల్ పర్సనాలిటీ కింద చెప్పుకోవచ్చా? స్ప్లిట్ పర్సనాలిటీ
కాదు,
మల్టిపుల్ పర్సనాలిటీ,
అపరిచితులాగానా? అపరిచితులు
ఒకళ్ళు టు అండర్స్టాండ్ టు సమ్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఇన్ ది మెటీరియల్ వరల్డ్. అది నమ్మని వాళ్ళకి ఈ విధంగా చెప్పచ్చేమో అనుకుంటున్నాను. అది మెర్జ్ అయిపోయిందంటే కొంతమంది నమ్మరు కదా.
ఏదైనా గోస్ట్ ఆవహించినప్పుడు అంతే కదా, మర్జ్ అయినట్టే. గోస్ట్ ఆవహించాడంటే మర్జ్ అయినట్టే అది. అప్పుడే కదా ఈ స్ప్లిట్ పర్సనాలిటీ ఇవన్నీ. కాసేపు బాగానే ఉంటారు, కాసేపు విచిత్రంగా ప్రవర్తిస్తారు.
చాలా రేర్, రేరెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది రేర్ అది.
విజయ్ అయితే ఇక్కడ రెండు బాడీస్ ఉండింది కదా, రెండు బాడీ కలిసి ఒక్కటే అయిపోయింది కదా,
మర్జ్ అయిపోయింది.
మనం వింటాం కదా మీరాబాయి కృష్ణతో మర్చి అయిపోయింది అట్లా వింటాం కదా ప్రభుజీ ఎయిటీతో.
అది ఆయన లీల. ఆ రూపాన్ని ధరించాడు. తను వెళ్ళిపోయింది మీరాబాయి, ఆ రూపంలో అక్కడ ఉన్నాడు అతను.
Okay, so it's 10:40. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Śrī Ādi Śaṅkarācārya Vicharita Virachita Jagannathastakam ki jai.
జై
Śrī Jagannātha Baladeva Subhadra Maya ki jai.
జై
Śrī Kṛṣṇa Katāmritam ki jai.
జై.
Okay, thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
See you all
Prabhuji.
tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Thank you,
ప్రభుజీ.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.